All right, we're gonna go live because I see there's people in here. Hello, Sander. Hello, HackB07. Hello, Und and by Keto. I can't pronounce names, but what's up, guys? How you guys doing? I see. I started MacroPad using basic guides. Thanks a lot. Well, you're welcome. Glad it's helpful. It's been a while since I ran a stream. Probably like, actually, let me just look here. I'm gonna look and see. When was the last time that I ran a stream? I think this was a long time ago. I'm looking at my channel. It was like a month ago. It was the Z1 unboxing. So when did I run this? That's part of why. When did I run this one? This was back in June 12th. It's like almost 2 months ago, right? June, July. That's how that works. I think that's how that works. So, yeah, quite a while ago. Trying some different music today, and this is actually I'm kind of vibing with this. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How you guys doing? I see we got VM Shade in here. Discord gang is coming in. What am I trying to do? I'm like out of practice for streaming. Why are you tired, Sander? Sander, why are you tired? Drink some of my pink lemonade here in a big mug. Some zero sugar pink lemonade in my beautiful IKEA mug. I love these mugs. I picked up a bunch of these from IKEA. They're giant, but they're very nice. All right, so I think what I want to do is I kind of want to just get started with this because we're building a ScottoStarter today. It's kind of half built, and I figured I would do this just to like hang out and finish it up because it's a client build. I kind of want to just get it done, so we're gonna just kind of build it today. Oh yeah, Sander, you moved. Congratulations on that. But yeah, I helped my girlfriend move once. It's not very easy. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be building this. You can see I already kind of partially wired it a little bit here, just a little bit. I started the top row and did the bottom one, so we have these 3 middle ones to do. And then we have to do the wiring. So there's not really that much left on this. Let me put this over here so I can actually get a better idea of what I'm doing. There we go. let me show you guys this. My girlfriend's upstairs watching me on my TV. This is the picture she just sent me. She just sent me this picture, which I thought was kind of funny because she's watching me on the TV and there's my my dog just staring at her, I guess. What is he doing? Look at him. Yeah, so that's kind of funny, I thought. But yeah, let's kind of get into this because we are gonna have to coil some stuff and kind of build this. But I want to put this so I don't burn it. I'm gonna put it over here. Plug in my iron, and we will kind of begin this. Yo, how many likes for you to put the squid on your head during the stream? I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway. Be right back. Let me grab it. Do it anyway, because why not? Why not have some fun on this right now? So I got this when we went to DC a few months ago at the Museum of Natural History, I think it was. We got these and walked around the museum with squid hats, which was kind of fun. But we got the squid hat. So we're vibing with the squid hat. I'm not gonna wear this during the stream because it like kind of, not that it's like itchy, but it keeps poking at me, so it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But we were walking around the Museum of Natural History in DC, kind of wearing these, which was kind of fun. But yeah, that's my squid hat. I'm gonna put that back though because I like it in the background of the videos. It's just kind of cool back there. You guys can't hear me probably. I put it like that. Good. Cool if it goes back there, and I can plug back in. Yeah, Sander, we're already derailed. You know, we have a topic we're trying to do today, but we could derail the stream a little bit. It happens. It's fine. It's how we do this thing. So anyway, as I was trying to say before we were so politely interrupted by the squid hat back there, we're building a ScottoStarter today, which is actually a board I designed for my mom. Let me actually kind of jump on here and show you what the original looked like. So you can kind of jump on here. I will pop into my browser, and we're building a ScottoStarter. So this was a board I built. When did I release this? October 6, 2022. So like 4 years ago almost. So a very long time ago. And I actually built it with Razor greens. So if we scroll down here, you can see I used Razor green switches in the original one, which was kind of, they're very shitty switches, honestly. But that's what I used in it. I built this for my mom. I used a box jade for the spacebar. It's a 3U spacebar. And this is the whole principle behind this board that I kind of thought of, is it's like somewhat of a way to kind of bring people into a smaller keyboard without like pushing it too much. Like you still have your quotes over here and stuff. You have like a backspace back here, even though it says tab. You have numbers. It's kind of like a periodic mixed with like a weird layout. I don't know. But specifically what we're building today, this one here, is that the person that reached out for me, they actually they have a tremor in their hand, so they type with only one finger. So what I'm going to do with the firmware is I'm going to lock these over here where they could do like locks. So like a shift lock, you could do like caps lock, you could do like a control lock, alt lock, stuff like that, which will be kind of cool. And then also I'll do like hold for capital, so if you hold them, it can kind of go capital, which will be nice. But yeah, that's going to be like firmware stuff, but this kind of has all the stuff they'll need, which will be pretty cool. So I'm going to get in here and just kind of punch us in a little bit. Let's see, will that punch us in? Yeah, so I'll punch you guys in. And we will begin by coiling some diodes, because that is what we have to start with, is some diode coiling. And I do have my diode coiling tool for this. That is available on the repo. But this was a special yellow one. So here we go. Okay, Coder. Hi, I've been in your server and planned to make a keyboard, but then I forgot. Honestly relatable. I have literally a bag. Actually, let me grab this. Let me grab this, because it's actually kind of funny. This is a bag of keyboards that I have kind of on the plan to list. So there's just like keyboards and keycaps and cases and stuff in here. So yeah, that's kind of just how it is in this kind of hobby. But anyway, I'm going to get into the point because I think people want to see me hand wire some stuff. So we're going to actually begin. Like I was mentioning, this is a coiler. This is specifically for my Scotto Academy, which description down below if you want to check that out. We'll talk more about that later. I don't want to get too much into it right now, but I'm running a hand wire workshop. But this is like a custom color one I did for that. Normally I use this brown one, but I'm using my yellow one. So I have to coil up, what is it, 33 diodes, because there's 33 switches in the middle section. So let's just hang out and coil some diodes. Let me just pick off 2. There's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So pull these. There's another 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 20. I have here 3, 6, 9, 10. So there's exactly 30 here. And I need 3 more. Yeah, Sander, I haven't seen Pizza in a while. I think they're busy with school. I don't know if that is Pizza. It might be, because Pizza has a tendency to make new accounts, but until proven otherwise, I will assume it is not. But yeah, I haven't seen Pizza in quite some time. Just assuming they're busy with school. That's my assumption, at least right now. Right. So let's just get to coiling some diodes. I'll put this on my other screen so I can see what I'm doing. Isn't it better / faster to have a bag of already coiled diodes? Yeah, it would be. But typically what I'll do is I'll do this before like a build, is I'll coil them. But I'm kind of slacking, so don't really have like a big bag of them. Maybe one day I'll sit down and just coil like 10,000 of them, but I really don't want to do that, so I kind of do it as I do a build. But I just use this little diode coiler and do it. I like the music we have today. This is a new playlist I'm trying on my Epidemic Sound account. They're who I use for copyright-free music, but they have a Spotify, so I could put their playlist on. This one's kind of chill. I think the first row of the keyboard has diodes. Yeah, it does. I already actually started this one. I did the first row here and this one. I just figured I would hang out today and kind of chill with you guys as I finish it up. So that's kind of what we're doing, is we're just hanging out as I finish this board up. But yeah, this diode coiling tool, I always love showing off. It is on my repo, so you can download and build it for free if you want. It is on there. But it's nice. It just gives you these really nice coiled diodes. Like, you could just do this with a wire, but it's a little bit better using this little tool, because you can see it just kind of makes a little coiled diode, which is nice. So we're just gonna have a nice chill Sunday stream, because yesterday we went to a state park and walked around, and I'm kind of sore. So I'm just gonna hang out in my nice cold basement and build a keyboard with you guys. Anyone working on anything right now? Is anyone like building? Because I know people typically build and watch my streams too. Is anyone like working on anything cool right now, or everyone just chilling? I gotta like this saw too. This thing is liking it. How was the trip, Sanders asking? I mean, it was like only 2 hours away to a state park. It was fun. It was a good trip. Show you actually. I'll show you. It was Letchworth State Park in New York. It's I live in upstate New York. So I can find a picture of it. Like there's one of the bridges and waterfalls we saw there. It's kind of nice. What else? There's like a gorge thing. It's like a bridge, which is kind of cool. What else did I got? Oh, when I parked my car in a spot, that's how I kind of parked my car there. Didn't realize that my girlfriend kind of had to step out on that side, which is sorry, Jordan. Here's another one. It's a fun little trip. We just kind of drove up there. It was like 2.5 hours away, and we hung out, walked around, saw some waterfalls, took some pictures. Jordan texted me and said, "Show the dam." I don't know if I have a picture of the dam. I think I do on my real camera. I don't know if I took it on this phone. No, I don't have a picture of the dam. There's like a dam too that we went and saw, because there's a dam up there. So it was a kind of fun little trip. And then turns out we got a spammer in the server while I was completely out of service, because it's like a gorge. Like, there's no service there. And then I get back and I look at my phone and Sanders blowing it up saying, "Hey, there's a spammer. There's a spammer in the server." For those of you who don't know, Sanders also a mod in the server, the Discord. So I was like, oh, great. It was a typical Mr. Beast crypto scammer. And I'm like, oh, my God, come on. So that was, show the dam what? There was like literally a dam there, Sanders, like DAM, like for blocking water and making electricity. And you could like walk and see it, but I have it on my camera. I don't have it on my phone. So yeah, upstate New York is beautiful. It really is. There's a lot of really nice places around here, which is why I probably don't plan on leaving here anytime soon. Like, we got Niagara Falls a couple hours to the west. We have New York City to the south. To the north, we have the Adirondacks. Like, it's kind of a really nice area. I say kind of. It is. It's a really nice area. I love upstate New York. Been here for like 14 years now. 12 years, something like that. Technically, I'm in central New York. Is it technically central? Not really upstate. I think upstate's more Adirondack, they claim, but I always just say upstate, because anything up from the city is upstate, is what they say, basically. Like, if you're north of the city, you're upstate. Because everyone just thinks of New York City when they think of New York. But yeah, we're just coiling diodes. Bane of my existence is coiling diodes all the time. I just kind of be twisting them up, you know? And then we'll start doing those columns, or those, not the columns, the rows. Start cranking through those, it'll be good. My goal is, if I can get this keyboard done today, I can do the firmware this week, which I've actually been thinking about doing some streams upstairs on my computer where I actually do the firmware and stuff, and just kind of hang out as I do that. Because I can show the stuff I'm doing a little bit more. I want to start streaming more again, because it's been like just too sporadic. That spammer thing happened on the server I have with some friends. Usually happens when someone clicks a link and allows the spammer to use their account. Yeah, normally how it works is someone they click a link and they get their account taken over. So that's why we'll sometimes see like it's people that have been active and all of a sudden, they made a mistake and there they go. They got their account compromised and it's spamming every server they're in. Because they look like a real user of those servers too. They don't look like just a bot account, which is how they kind of are able to spam, you know? Yeah, good idea. Are you saying that's like the firmware streams, maybe? Just hanging out while working on that a little bit? Just streaming more in general? Because I do want to stream more in general. I just haven't been kind of streaming much lately. I did do that video on my channel. Some of you saw it, the one talking about like sustainability and stuff. Big part of that is I want to make videos I want to make. And I think just doing some live streams as I hang out and do firmware is something I want to make, you know? But, yeah, we're getting close to the end of these dials. This is what I love about my diode coiling tools. It's quick. It's a fast way to just coil up a bunch of dials for a project. So I'll kind of do this. Only thing I gotta do is I gotta find a live stream for my, or not a live stream, I gotta find a webcam for my computer upstairs, because I don't have one up there. And I don't want to, I could technically bring this one back and forth, but that'd be a pain in the ass, so I don't really want to do that. So I might just get another one for my computer upstairs. in theory, I could use my phone, but I don't have a mount either. So. Sandra just said, this one just posted images. There wasn't a link? Weird. So they're just spamming images. That reminds me, actually, Sandra, since you're here right now, next time you time out or delete someone, can you, like, take a screenshot of what you're deleting just so I know? Because there's a bot I can get for that, too, but for now, I think it might just be helpful if I have, like a picture or something so I know, because, like, I had, like, no context other than it was just someone spamming. I was like, wait, what just happened? I just like to know what they're spamming is all. Like, I'm fine with you, like, timing out and muting and stuff, but just curious. I want to see what the current scam is, you know? How about connecting a phone camera? Yeah, I mean, I thought about that, but I just don't, like, mounting my phone there is kind of hard to do. So, yeah, the way my, like, desk is it's weird with the monitors. They have a sound bar blocking the mount. So I have to kind of do that. Almost through these diodes. Then we have to clip them. Have you ever thought of doing a hand-wired Hall effect keyboard? No, it is not basically possible unless you use, like, individual switch PCBs. Hall effect just wouldn't work with a hand-wired. Just the way that it works. Should do a video on Hall effect eventually, actually. Like, I don't know. Hall effect is the current gimmick. And the big thing with Hall effect 2 is that it's not as easy to support because you have to basically write your own scan driver inside of the firmware for it to work. Because QMK only has detection for, like, on and off state, not analog states. So it's kind of a pain. It's not something I'm probably going to really touch anytime soon. All right, there we go. We got all our diodes right here. Look at that. Just diodes on diodes, just a stack of them. So let's clip these up after I get a little bit of this delicious zero sugar pink lemonade. Lemonade? I'm thinking of that. I'm thinking of that. What is that? Real. Oh my god. I don't know why I'm thinking about this right now. This is the dumbest thing ever. Hold on. Oh my god. I gotta show this because, what is it? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Am I just... This one. This... Oh my god, we're actually on TikTok on my thing right now. What are we doing? The clicking. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I don't know why I'm thinking about that all of a sudden, but yeah, that's what popped to my mind when I thought of lemonade right now. The mind of Scotto. So yeah, let me enjoy my lemonade. Lemonade? Did you know that Chick-fil-A gets, what is it, $13 for a gallon of lemonade, by the way? So if you want a gallon of lemonade from Chick-fil-A, you can get it, but it's like $13. Which is insane. Is it really that good? Is their lemonade that good? Like, is it worth $13? I don't think so, but it is an option that you can get a $13 jug of lemonade from Chick-fil-A. Not sponsored, by the way. Can you imagine buying a $13 jug of lemonade? I mean, I get the zero sugar pink stuff for like $3 for half a gallon or something. You said Chick-fil-A and you remind me of the fresh avocado meme. I don't think I know that one. I don't think I know the fresh avocado meme. Bowling Bowling, that's expensive. Yeah, it's insane. Listen, I like Chick-fil-A. All right, I like Chick-fil-A. We have one that just got put in close to here. But it is expensive for a damn chicken sandwich, all right? It's expensive. When me and my girlfriend go and we get like 2 meals and stuff, it's like 30 or 40 bucks. It's insane. It's like, holy shit. I mean, it's good. It's good, but like, oh my god. But yeah, no, $13 for a gallon of lemonade is actually ridiculous. It's literally lemons, water, and sugar. Like, it should not be $13. It's actually insane. Like, that is actually wild. It low-key kind of pisses me off that it's $13 for that. And people will buy it. That's the crazy part. People will buy it. They'll be like, oh, yeah. Let me get one of them $13 gallons of lemonade. Some people will go in and buy 2 of them. They'll be like, oh, yeah, give me 2 gallons. Just, I mean, Jesus. It's insane. Absolutely wild. No, I was sticking. I gotta get new clippers. These ones are kind of... So these clippers I love. I get them on Amazon and they're like this what is it, Gantz brand, something like that. They're like $8. They normally last me like a year or two before I need a new pair. These ones are kind of right on the edge, because they like they dull out eventually. That's about as expensive as gasoline here. How much is gas there in the Netherlands? You're in the Netherlands, right? $13 for a gallon of gas. I mean, I can see. Yeah, I know the EU is a lot worse. I mean, it's like $4.30 a gallon here in New York, which is also insane. Like, it's wild, but $13 for a gallon of gas. I mean, that's worse than what we got. So, what's the tool? What's the tool you're using to coil the diodes? Custom made or 3D printed? So it is custom made and 3D printed. Let's go on here and I can show you actually. Lemonade. Let me see if this will load it up. No. So there's two options for this. I will shamelessly plug it right now because I can. So it is called the Scotto coiler. It's a diode coiling jig. You can get on my website, but then there's also the files on my repo. So, GitHub. So on my repo, you'll be able to come into the extras folder, and then there's the Scotto coiler, and you can 3D print it and build it if you wanted to. And then you can kind of use it to coil up your diodes. But you can also get on my site if you want. The yellow one you're seeing here, though, is actually a limited edition to my Academy. So that's the info is down below too in the description if you want one of those. But yeah, just kind of mentioning that. That's where you can get it. It's on the repo or on the website if you wanted to. And it makes life very, very easy to kind of coil up these diodes and do it. And then this is just a magnet to kind of collect everything. So I don't have them sitting all over my desk. Cheaper than lemon drink. Yeah, there you go. That's the way. You know what? We're going to market it this way. We are going. I know that just froze. We're going to market it this way. $12 for a diode coiling jig. Okay, hear me out. $12 for that. Would you rather have diode coiling jig or, hold on. Chick-fil-A lemonade gallon. So it's $12.25, okay? So if we do the math here, my diode coiling tool is cheaper than Chick-fil-A lemonade. Okay, so I could factually say that as a fact that my product that I sell is cheaper than Chick-fil-A lemonade. There we go. Oh, I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm losing my mind. Jesus. I mean, it's not false marketing, is it, though? I mean, technically it's true. It is cheaper than Chick-fil-A lemonade. I mean, I guess if you factor in shipping, it isn't. However, at what cost is the Chick-fil-A lemonade? If we get into real philosophical debate about this here. 0 carbs and 0 calories, you see, that is the cost of the Chick-fil-A lemonade. Is that at what cost? Well, it's health, you see. Your health is the cost of the Chick-fil-A lemonade. My diode coiling tool, at worst, you may stab yourself with a diode, you see, but that just builds character. Chick-fil-A lemonade, not very good. Very unhealthy. How many calories is that, actually? Why do we keep going off on a tangent about damn Chick-fil-A lemonade? All right, so hold on. Nutrition values for 12-ounce serving. There's 128 ounces in a gallon, right? 49 carbs. Am I doing the math right here? Hold on. We're going off on a tangent right now, okay? We're doing this. I need a calculator. All right, let's open this up. So, 128 ounces. What's 128? 128 divided by 12 gives you about 10.5. So let's do 10.5 times 49 grams of sugar. 514 grams of sugar in there, or 514 carbs in the gallon of lemonade, okay? So that's how much is in here. Let's clear this out. 190 calories. So we'll do 190 times 10.5-ish. So almost 2,000 calories. 2,000 calories and 500 grams of sugar. So at what cost do you get the lemonade versus the diode coiling jig? You see? That's the logic here. Anyway, let's get back to what we were doing before I was so going off on a tangent. So yeah, that's all right. That's the cost there. Okay, the cost is lemonade. All right, that's where we're at. Lemonade. You know that I will really willing to bet that lemonade is bussin' for real. All right, like for real, for real. I haven't ever had it actually, but guaranteed it's bussin'. But you know what? I want some of my pink lemonade now. This is the reason I'm gonna get a Scotto coiler, then a lemonade. There you go. I've done my job. I've sold you on the Scotto coiler. I came here to see a keyboard being built, but now I'm learning how much carbs and money I'm saving by buying that coiler. There you go. You see, I've sold you. I've sold you. Hey, you're loving it. Well, let's go on a McDonald's tangent. You know, it's technically cheaper than a McDonald's. Well, not necessarily cheaper than a McDonald's meal, but that's a tangent for a different day, all right? That's a tangent for a complete different day where we'll go off on a McDonald's tangent. Marketing genius. Listen, do y'all ever just, like, crave fast food, though? Like, I haven't been eating fast food recently, but, like, do you ever just, like, want, like, a Big Mac? Like, is that a thing? It's like, lately I've been just craving, like, a quarter pounder with cheese, you know? just to try to craving it. Oh! My girlfriend just pointed something out to me, actually. Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays, right? So you could technically get my coiler any day. See? And then also she sent me the pictures. If Sandra's still here, the picture of the dam. This was the dam. So that was what we saw. And then this was me between a tree. So yeah. But let's continue building here because we are ready to start soldering. Let's get this cooking. Ah. All right. Plug in my iron, get this going, get that heating up. Let's pop some of these bad boys on here. We will just commence soldering. Let me lock us down on focus. Just a little bit shaky cam for a moment. Just while I kind of just in there. And then let me shaky cam this so you can see. Better? There we go. Okay, now we're like really punched in and good. All right. I'm still here. I was coordinating important Discord business. I don't like the way you say that, Xander. I'm concerned. What did I just miss? I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. Did I maybe wear the hat because I knew this would happen? I mean, I know my girlfriend posted this, but something is gonna happen with this. I know it. Let's go. All right. Let's continue working here, all right? Listen, I got a job to do, okay? You guys are distracting me today, all right? I got a job to do here. Got a keyboard to build. What are you doing to me, all right? Think about it this way. You can't coil diodes with lemonade. That's also big brain. However, I will say, on a practical sense, lemon juice could actually be useful. You see this? This is copper wire, right? I'm actually out of focus. So copper wire, you can use a lemon juice to de-tarnish it and have a better connection, technically. So you could, I don't know if the sugar makes that worse, so it'd just be kind of like sugary. But you could use the lemon juice because it has citric acid and it would de-tarnish or untarnish your wire before soldering, if that was a thing. Depending on your climate, you could have tarnished wire. Let's just pop these on here. I'm liking this playlist today. It is. I am vibing with it. I'm liking it more than the jazz. It's just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of hype. Not really hype. I don't want to say it's really hype. Am I sounding like unk right now? Why am I like doing brain rot speak? What the hell is happening here? Why am I brain rot? What am I doing? What am I saying? Like unk and 6'7"? What the hell is wrong with me? I think my brain is just cooked for some reason. Have you heard of Hack Club? Not advertising, by the way. They sometimes host events that allow teenagers to build their own hardware, including keyboards, for free. I've actually done, I think I did a thing a few years back with them. I did a private call. So yeah, I'm aware of them. But I would like to do more work with people like that. Yeah, I'm better off with Scotto. 6'7"ing on the keyboard. Listen, if you 6'7" if you 6'7" as a meme, it's acceptable. If you do it like a 7-year-old, then it's not acceptable. You see, that's the difference you have to learn. There's a distinction between when the meme is funny and when the meme is dumb. See? Oh my god, this song is... Oh, this is like some, like... I mean, it's literally a lo-fi playlist, but this one is very lo-fi, and I am vibing with it. Also, how's the stream looking, guys? I technically changed some of my settings recently on it to maybe get a little bit more bitrate into it. So we're at like 16,000 kilobits a second now at 2K. And then I think it should look maybe a little bit better than the last few. Maybe. I'm hoping. Possibly. And does it sound good too? Am I like peaking or anything? I don't know. I messed with some of my settings recently, so I forgot to ask. Looks great. Awesome. So that's what I want. Should be able to see stuff a little bit clearer. Hey, take care, okay, Coder. Thanks for stopping by. Unless you're gone already, but you know. Thanks for stopping by. See, this is the one thing about soldering diodes. They always like to, like, flip all around. Watching on a phone, but can't complain. Yeah, I mean, you got that benefit of the... What the hell did I just do there? Flip that one off. Benefit of the small screen. Makes stuff look better. I just thought of something. How about making a left-handed gaming keyboard if you're going to discuss about Hall Effect keyboard? I mean, that's the thing, is that like Hall Effect just isn't something that I can really do easily, because it's a lot of custom stuff and you can't really hand wire it. You could do a PCB, but it's the same issue. It's just a lot of kind of moving parts. It's not something I really want to touch, if I'm being honest. It's not something that really interests me. Maybe one day, but as of now, not really. So let's do this. Get some Sharpie going. Just to mark my intersections. Right. See, this is the one thing I do have pre-cut, is I have pre-cut heat shrink tubing, which is pretty good. That makes my life easier. I don't have pre-coiled diodes. Let's do that. What do I need? I need a torch, and I need this. Let me turn on my focus again so you guys can see what I'm doing. Punch down a little bit. There we go. So for anyone in here right now, if you haven't, join the Discord. Link down below. Let me plug the Discord right now because we got like 17 or 18 people in here. Hop in that Discord. Come hang out. Let me do this without burning myself. Alright, I think we're good. Do the little blow thing there to kind of cool it off so I don't burn myself. Hey, it's flamed. Hey, flamed! What's up? How's it going? Question, why do you use copper metal instead of using a wire, regular one which has cable cover? Well, you're going to see in a moment why I do it, because I'm literally doing it right now. This is all you have to do for this method, is you put some heat shrink on it, and you're basically there. Whereas with a wire, you would have to strip it the whole time, which is a pain in the ass. Just doing that over and over, you know? This one's just a lot quicker to kind of wire up. Burn myself. Is that too hot to hold? Nope, we're good. Oh, it's starting to burn me. Ouch. We're fine. Gotta not be weak. Just accept it. Move onto the soldering. What's this one? What the hell? Hang on. What did I just do? Hold on. Why is that so... Hang on. What am I doing here? Which my thing to punch in? Ouch, call an ambulance, but not for me. No, call one for me, because I almost burned myself. Why? What did I do here? Hold on. Am I just a dumbass? Yeah, I'm just a dumbass. I put it on reversed. This has to go this way. Okay. So yeah, like this is what I'm talking about with the why I like using the solid wires. Watch, if I zoom us in here, so you see you get your little copper thing like this. They're all insulated, and then all you got to do is you just take these, just go like that, and you can solder them on. That's it. So it's super quick, like super quick. And I used to wrap these all around, but I stopped doing that because like this is more than enough, like more than enough. Hey, I've been watching your PCB design stuff lately. Hella interest made me give it a crack, but the 3D viewer doesn't show things like the Pico. How to look at the path for all the footprints the 3D model is messed up. Did you do something wrong? Probably you don't have the path correct. Check the name a few times. That's what I'd recommend. That's the most common thing, is that if you don't get that path name correct, or if you don't have the file saved in the right spot, that the path's referencing, it won't load them. Also check your things on the right side on your 3D viewer, because you might not have them enabled. Alright, so let's come in here. Let's just push this one over a little bit. Then we can just apply some heat. Start soldering them up. And let me turn the focus lock on. My God, I'm craving some of that lemonade right now. I gotta get these soldered. Need some lemonade. And as I look up, the chat's talking about lemonade. Should just call this lemonade stream, because oh my God, we're just discussing lemonade. Alright. Let's see what are people saying. What is a siren iron? Is it good? I have a video on my channel about the stuff I recommend. I'd recommend going watch that, because I do talk about this pretty extensively. It is a TS101. So it's a TS101 soldering iron right there. With a D24 chisel tip. This iron is fantastic. I love it. It's what I use on everything. And I say that as someone... Am I going to slander them right now? No, but let's talk about this, actually, since we're talking about irons right now, because I like to. iFixit sent me this, okay? They sent me their entire iFixit thing, right? This isn't sponsored right now, because what I'm going to say right now is kind of not slanderous. I really like this thing. It's really good because it's portable. It's what I use in my portable iron. But I like the TS101 better because this one is not 250 good. It's more like 150 good, maybe. So it's kind of expensive for what it is. I'm just mentioning that because, like, I say that this little cheap, like, $70 iron, I like more than that really expensive iFixit one. It's so nice. It has affordable tips. It's a great iron. So yeah, just kind of mentioning that because I feel like I can. I prefer the Pine still has USB-C PD. Yeah, I mean, this was PD. So this is USB-C PD now also. And hi, Astra. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Let me catch up on chat, actually. So north or south facing? North facing, I think. These are north facing, yeah. Nice keyboard. New keyboard idea. Scotto Lemonade. Actually, I kind of have done that. Technically, this... the stream froze right now because I'm switching the camera. That's all. Was it? Wait, was the stream frozen that whole time? I don't think it was. So, let's go to my YouTube. I have technically done a lemonade stream. Technically have. Where is it? Let's scroll down here. Building a soda-themed keyboard. This is when I built my Sprite Scotto winger. Right here. So I did this a while ago. But then, let's see if I can find where it shows. Yeah. So I kind of built this thing. This was a while ago. I'll drop this link in here for you guys, actually. Paste this. So I technically have done a... Yeah, so I actually did technically make a lemonade kind of themed cube. Kind of. Slightly. So yeah, anyway. Back to what we were doing. Just pop back in here. Oh my god, you know what I'm feeling right now, though? I think I've drank too much lemonade. I'm feeling my bladder. Get ready to... Need to go. I can hold for a little bit, but Jesus. Too much lemonade today. Let's clip these off. Actually, you know what? I do need a little bit more lemonade. Oh, so good. 0 sugar lemonade, by the way. So no sugar in it. Which some people would be like, oh, it tastes like chemicals, but I think it tastes pretty good. Pretty delightful lemonade. Is it hot there? It's hot outside, not in my basement. My basement is currently... What's my basement at? Let me see. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look-see. So I have a home pod over there that tells me. It says it's 70 in my basement in the workshop. It says it's 76 in my room, which is kind of hot. But yeah, it's 70 down here. It's definitely colder than that. It's more like 65. It's nice down here. I love 0 sugar soda. Yeah, 0 sugar soda. I drink everything. You know, being diabetic is kind of like drink 0 sugar everything. Maybe that's why the aspartame doesn't bother me, because I'm just used to it. So yeah. But what am I doing here? I'm gonna clip this off. Listen, guys, you keep distracting me with the damn lemonade conversation. Alright? The damn lemonade keeps distracting me. I'm trying to work here, okay? I got a job to do. Technically, I'm doing my job with the stream. You know. But, alright, I'm procrastinating too much. I just have to do the next row. I'm just making sure this one's on. Because I was kind of distracted talking. You guys can see that too, that little kind of curve there. That's normal when you're kind of putting the stuff on. It will do that. But it is what it is. It will kind of tighten down once you put it in the case. All right, onwards we go to the next one. But yeah, I think, you know what? I think I'm going to go find... I'm going to find a webcam somewhere today. I know I have some. I might just go get a new one for upstairs. And I want to do... I think I do want to do a stream on the firmware side of this board. Just kind of like what I'm working on. I mean, it's not going to be like an in-depth firmware tutorial. It's not going to be anything like that. But I am going to enable some features on it, maybe. I don't know. We'll see if I do that. I might not. But firmware is just kind of a hard one to talk on. Sander, anyway, gotta go. Dog really needs to go outside. Enjoy, Sander. Good luck with the dog. Angus is probably gonna have to poop soon because he just ate lunch too, so, you know. But I don't know. Firmware's one that I don't really touch too often because there's so many ways, like, you configure it that it's honestly pretty hard to kind of show to people. So yeah. That's why I haven't done, like, a real QMK video or anything like that. It's just hard to show to people because there's so many different configurations and levels that people can have. The firmware is the hardest part of any of this stuff. The physical stuff is easy. The firmware is the hard part. How does the switches sound? These are just Ultima Red. Whoops. These are just Ultima Reds. They sound fine. They're fine. They're nothing special. They're pretty good, pretty decent. Yeah, George just sent me a picture of the dog upstairs. She said that Angus is fine because I said he had to poop. This is what my dog is currently doing right now upstairs. He is clocked out, just kind of big chilling. Oh, that's cool how they does that on the TV too with the chat. Neat. But yeah, he's just kind of zogged. But yeah, that question from Coking, I think that's how you say it. That's how the switches sound. I flipped it over, it just kind of flew them all on the desk. So, you've sabotaged my stream there. You've sabotaged me. I have to put these back on. Cool setup, thank you. I want to build a keyboard like this too. I just need everything in time. Yeah, I mean, that's the hardest part that it seems to be for a lot of people is finding the time to do it. I mean, you don't have to do it all at once. I mean, you do 20 minutes a night, you know? Let's do one part, do another part. Like my client builds, I don't typically do in one day. Like this is a client build and I'm just kind of working on it over time because it keeps me kind of sane if I don't sit down and spend 3 hours on it one day. Like when I'm doing a video, I don't mind doing that. But a lot of the time with builds, I like to take my time on them. These tiles are really kind of twisted a lot more usual. Let me lock you guys in on focus too. Punch you in and then a little bit shaky cam for a moment. That's why you disturb the person who was making the keyboard with lemonade. What the hell is wrong with us? We're just literally just locked in on lemonade. It's full on lemonade stream. Lemonade stream. Lemonade. God, every time I hear lemonade, I have to pause. Just get some lemonade. Thoughts on limeade? Honestly, top 10 drinks of all time. Anything citrusy is good. Like, I like citrus, alright? Limeade, lemonade. Cherry limeade. Oh, God, why am I thinking about this now? Alright, what is everyone's opinion on cucumber lime Gatorade? Cucumber lime Gatorade. What are the thoughts and opinions on that one? How are we feeling about that? Let's see before I give you my response. Curious, what do you guys vibe with cucumber lime Gatorade? Just came like 20 minutes about why lemonade. Is Asian Tropenfish 3D bringing up the rant on lemonade again? Do we have to go for a new rant? No. You could watch the stream afterwards and go back to like the first 10 minutes and watch the rant where we compared my Scotto coiler to Chick-fil-A lemonade for like 10 minutes and why it's a better deal than Chick-fil-A lemonade. It is $13 a gallon. We will not get back into it again. All right, cool. People are agreeing. Cucumber lime Gatorade, my favorite one. The only problem is that I can basically never find it in zero sugar, and that's all I can drink of it. So like, it makes me mad that it's not more common because it is honestly the best Gatorade flavor. No negotiation there. It is the best Gatorade flavor, hands down, every single time. And anyone that says that it isn't is completely wrong. It's completely wrong. It is the best flavor. All right. Let's do these now. Looks good. Trying to get this aligned. Sending love from Florida. Fun fact, I used to live in Florida like 14 years ago before I moved to New York. What part of Florida? South or mid? Northern? Did I just fling a piece of heat shrink somewhere? I think I did. Midwest. That's like Orlando area, right? Somewhere around there. Midwest. No, Midwest wouldn't it be West Palm. I forget. It's been so long about Florida, but I used to live right outside of Fort Lauderdale when I was down there. Cape Coral, yep. Yeah, I don't really miss Florida anymore. The heat was way too much down there. I love the winter up here, actually. I really do like the winter. Like, yeah, it gets brutal, but the thing with cold is that if you get cold, you put on another layer. If you get hot, you can only take off so many layers, you know? So that's the thing. When it's hot, you can only take off so much, but when it's cold, you can just keep putting on layers. You can get a blanket. It's just you can get cozy a lot easier when it's cold. Sander, listen, I am not a Florida man. I was like 12 when I lived there, okay? Florida had very little impact on what I do now for a living, you know? Or maybe it did it have impact? I don't know. Maybe it did have long-term lasting impact somehow. But, yeah, you know. Oh, Carson, you're rat insurgency. Oh. Wait, what? Hold on. I'm so confused right now. Carson, you live in New York. Why are you in Florida? Are you in Florida right now? I'm so confused. My brain is actually confused right now. Rat insurgency is someone that I think I know in real life. And they're saying they're in Florida. You're just in Florida? Are you just in Florida right now? Just on a trip? Are you on like a vacation? What is going on? Come on, you can't leave me hanging like that. Just patiently waited to see. I'm loving this music. It's actually like just, I'm straight vibing to it right now. Traveling to another state to comment, sending love from California. Okay, now my brain's hurting. My brain is not processing. Maybe it's the lead fumes, even though I got a filter running. Sander, don't say anything. Don't you start, Sander. Don't you start. Hey, we're up to 24 people in here. Listen, if I see that number drop below 24, I'm gonna stop the stream. That's like, no, that's a threat right there. If people don't want to watch the stream but they drop off, I'm gonna stop the stream because people... So that's a big brain move, alright? That's a big brain move. Oh, my iron is going to sleep. It's the only thing with the TS100 is that I have the sleep mode on it. It just sometimes goes way too soon. I should do another giveaway stream. I remember that was one of my most performing ones ever. I had like 120 people on it once. But, awesome. Greetings from Peru. Well, hello there. Hello from New York to Peru. But, yeah, I should do another giveaway stream because that one had, like, a lot of people on it. I know people drop into those because they just want the giveaway part. But it was a very well-performing stream. It was a very fun one to do because people were, like, hanging out. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do another giveaway stream. I've actually wanted to do that. The only rules I have for the giveaways is that typically people pay the shipping. Like if you're international, like America, it's easy to ship, but international gets very expensive for that. That's kind of the only thing I have on those. It's looking good. So put this down a little bit. Astra, you should do a giveaway stream, but you just give me stuff instead of other people. Listen, we can set a Astra here. I'll make a deal with you, okay? Hold on. Let's talk directly to Astra for a moment here. I have a deal for you, Astra. I love you as a follower and everything, okay? But hear me out. If we switch over here real quick to my computer, okay? We switch here. We go to my website really quick. Fun fact, Astra. I have an entire shop, and here's the deal. You give me the money, I send you stuff. That's the deal. What do you think? Do we have a deal? You see, you give me the money, I send you stuff. That is technically a giveaway in some way, right? Or hear me out. No, don't sigh. We could cancel my website for a moment. We could go over here to this website called Chick-fil-A.com. They offer something called Chick-fil-A Lemonade. Okay. You could send me exactly $15 plus shipping to be determined later, and I will send you a gallon of Chick-fil-A lemonade. Okay, we're going to get off this tangent because I don't know where this is going, but that is where we have ended up with that. Anyway, we have another row to do. See, we could become Chick-fil-A lemonade. I could become a dealer of Chick-fil-A. That is fair, actually. What Astrid just said, that he's gay and doesn't give Chick-fil-A money. Or they. They are gay and don't give Chick-fil-A money. That's fair. That is a debate for a different day. However, that's fair. That is a very fair argument, actually. So, you actually want to get into something about Chick-fil-A. If we want to talk about that. Joe, remember the point of the stream. I'm a woman. No, yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Let's actually discuss Chick-fil-A really quick. They put Chick-fil-A's in every single thruway stop in New York. So they put them in every single thruway stop, which, mind you, the thruway is active every single day of the year, right? So every day of the year, the thruway is active. But now we have restaurants on the thruway that aren't open on Sunday. Does that make sense to anyone? Why would you put a restaurant on the thruway that isn't open on Sunday? Like, does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense? Like, that doesn't make sense to me, and it always makes me mad. Because, like, you're driving, and you're like, oh, let's stop and get some food. And it's like, oh, well, we have one less option here to eat because it's not open on Sunday. And you don't even get me started on, like, the shape of the thruway stops is that they're super small. So, like, they're really, really tiny, which is kind of insane. Like, yesterday, when we were on that trip to Letchworth, we had to stop at some. We actually left one thruway stop because it was so full and so busy. Because the thruway stop's like the size of my basement, and it's trying to service the entire thruway. So, why does the restaurant close on Sunday at all? Religious stuff. That's why, like, Hobby Lobby and Chick-fil-A close on Sundays because of religion. But, you know, they can run their business how they want, but I don't necessarily agree with that entirely, that they should close on Sunday. Because maybe I just want to drive on the thruway and get a chicken sandwich on Sunday. And I can't. Oh my god, this dial's doing the same thing it keeps doing. But, like, in terms of, like, places that close on Sunday, like, if they want to close on Sunday, okay, whatever. But putting it on the thruway is actually stupid. Like, that's just so dumb to me that they did that. Because, or not having, like, an exception that restaurants on the thruway need to be open on Sunday. Because people travel every day of the week. And, like, sometimes you just want to stop and get a chicken sandwich or something, and you can't because it's closed on Sunday. Closed day for restaurants normally is Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I've seen that a lot at the restaurants that I go to. They are Monday and Tuesday. Because people don't work on the weekend either, so they go out on the weekend. So, like, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they'd be busy, but Monday and Tuesday, typically, people aren't as much. So that'd probably be a reason. Just realized, are the pins of the spacebar switch inverted? Yeah, it's, wait, no. Yeah, so, actually, let's talk about that. Down here, I did flip a few of these, because it just makes it a little bit easier. Like, this side, they're flipped with the columns, or the columns like that. It just makes it easier to kind of route them. It doesn't matter. A switch is literally just two pieces of metal connecting, so it's not really that big of a deal. It's just kind of however you figure works the best for it. This one did it too, where it twists around. We're almost onto the wiring. This has taken very, very long because we've gone on tangents about damn lemonade like 5 times. I just keep going on lemonade tangents. I saw Astro. I'd probably buy a coiler, by the way. I don't need free stuff, but it'd be so cool. Yeah, so actually, like, the free thing, go back to that. Like, the stream. That was mostly a joke, Astro, about my website and stuff. But also, if anyone does want to support me, Patreon and stuff down below, and also website. But I do want to do more giveaway streams because they perform well, and it'd be nice to, like, give away keyboards. I can build more keyboards and make more, like, handwire content. But it'd probably be, like, simpler boards. I wouldn't do, like, giant ones. But yeah, I could definitely do some giveaway stuff I want to do. I've been toying with the idea on my Patreon of having, like, giveaways at certain, like, subscriber tiers. Like, if you subscribe for, say, 6 months, I open them all up to a giveaway where they have the chance to get a keyboard by me. Just some stuff I'm kind of toying with. But Yes, here in Germany, business must close on Sunday, but restaurants, street parties, and such are exempt. They only had to be closed on one day of the week. Interesting. Would also help people who want to get into the hobby. Yeah, I could give away PCB kits too, actually. I haven't even thought about that. That could be a good way to kind of give some stuff away like that. Need some more lemonade, though. Oh, so good. It's got this, like, acidic flavor to it that kind of burns a little bit, but, like, in a good way, you know? Kind of burns, and you're like, ah, this is good. I have a feeling if you drink too much lemonade, though, you could probably singe your insides somehow. Is that a thing? I know that's a thing with, like, hot Cheetos. You could burn your insides, get, like, ulcers from them. I have a weird relationship with spicy food, alright? I like spicy, but also sometimes it's like, it's too much, you know? Like, here's the thing, too, is like, you could have spicy and then you could have flavorful spicy. Like, there's a difference there, you know? Where, why am I going on a tangent about spiciness now? Whatever, we're gonna keep doing it. Like, you can have spicy food that's good and spicy food that's just pain. You know, and maybe to some people are into that, you know? They're into the pain. But, like, normally, if I have spicy food, I want it to be, like, a good flavor. I don't want it to just be pain. I'm not just into it for the pain. I'm not trying to teach myself a lesson with the food. It's too low. Acid can hurt the taste buds, yes. Yeah, I figured it could. So real. I hate stuff that's spicy for the sake of spicy. Yeah, like, some people are literally like, you know what? I just want to burn my damn tongue today. And they like wear it as like a badge of honor of, oh, I ate 9 million Scoville units and now when I shit, it's on fire. like why? I don't get it. I don't understand. I feel like this stream is a little bit different than my last couple streams, as I'm like vibing, I guess. Is that what we're doing? Are we just vibing today on a Sunday? But, like, seriously, like, why do people just want to burn themselves for fun? And, like, the name of, like, some hot sauce is just ridiculous. Like, Devil's Crotch. Like, come on. It's kind of hilarious, but still. There is dry spicy chili and sour spicy wasabi as well. I prefer dry spicy. Listen, I really like wasabi. But every time I eat like sushi stuff with wasabi, I always do it where I get a little bit too much and I'm like, oh, ouch. I do like wasabi. I love spicy food, but up to a certain level. Yeah, like that's kind of where I'm at, is that I like it to a certain level, or only for so long. Like if I'm eating a meal and the whole thing's spicy, it gets annoying. If I'm having a snack and it's spicy, you know, no big deal. But, yeah, let's make sure this looks good. We can kind of solder this one on up and clean up these real quick. Listen, I can title a video, I made the world's spiciest keyboard. So let's make some real clickbait somehow. Put chilies on my keyboard. I hate fake wasabi. Horseradish hurts bad. Real wasabi is too expensive. I'll never eat it again. I've never had real wasabi. Like, I do know that's a thing. Like, the wasabi you get at most restaurants is not actually wasabi. It's just horseradish and like green food coloring. But yeah, because I know real wasabi is like really expensive. Why would you never eat it again? Was it like expensive, or is it like really brutal, or? I'm really liking this angle I have right now on the camera. Like, I mean, yeah, this is my normal overhead angle, but like, this really punched in looks good. Looks really good, I think. So, like, I really punched the camera in for this. I think I could even go even higher. No, not that one. I want to go... I can go even closer. Look, we can really get in here. Look at this. You guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Look at that. You guys, oh yeah. Alright, we're not gonna punch in that much because it's kind of a little bit too close. Let's see. Raw wasabi is super expensive. If you didn't know, it loses its spice after like 10 minutes of being made. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So you had to eat it like almost instantly. This is not doing well. One day I want to go to one of those like really high-end sushi restaurants where they like give you one piece at a time. They're so expensive. We have one in New York City. I say we have one. Like I live in New York City. I'm, yeah, like 5 hours south of New York City. But there is one there that's a Michelin star one that I would love to go to one time. But arguably, is it hard to mess up raw fish? Like really, all you have to do there is just get good raw fish, right? Like if you're having like sashimi type stuff, you just have to get good quality raw fish. But yeah. Spice is like a muscle. If you eat more, you'll taste the spice less, but if you don't eat it off, your resistance to it drops. Used to be really into spicy food, but since my wife hates it. Yeah, I can see that. I should get used to it. But it's become so bad that jalapenos are getting spicy for me. Oh, I love jalapenos. Oh, I do like jalapenos. I actually like the flavor of them. But every time I eat them, I get the worst heartburn. George is probably going to text me about that, because every time we eat jalapenos anywhere, she tells me, don't get the jalapenos, you're going to get heartburn. And the next thing you know, I'm popping Tums, because I'm like, ow, pain. So, Ashley, have you never been to New York City? I mean, New York's cool, but it is a beast of a city. It really is. I have family that lives there, and they've said that it's kind of gotten bad on crime recently. Say it's gotten kind of worse since the last times I visited it. So I haven't been recently. Did I say it? I called it, didn't I? She says, you never listened to me, is what Jordan just said when I mentioned the jalapeno thing. Because she does. She literally every single time says, hey, don't get the jalapenos. You're going to be complaining about heartburn. And then next thing you know, I'm eating the jalapenos. I'm going, oh, this is delicious. And then, ow, pain. So, yeah. That's kind of what happens. Alright, this looks all wired up. That's what we got. Let me punch this out a little bit. Turn on my autofocus again and give some shaky cam. My finger is covered in marker, and then this one's covered in fountain pen ink. But yeah, we got that now. Now we have to wire this. I have to get a controller. I actually did update this one to RP2040 now, too, so it is RP2040. So we'll be just using one of these. Pop this bad boy out there. Oop. Take that. Don't need these. Garbage candy. Overflow. All right. Have a little bit more of this pink lemonade. I'm running out. I'm running out of lemonade. Look at this. I'm gonna have to go get more lemonade. I really have to pee also. So you know what? I might take a pee break really quick and get some more lemonade and pee. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna put us on an AFK. No one leave. No one leave. I'll be right back. I have to get more lemonade and pee. I have to pee out the lemonade so I can have more lemonade to make more pee. Be right back. All right, so I'm back. What did I miss? Hold on, let me see what I missed. One thing I am wondering about making keywords is that 7.4. Oh, the multiplexer one. I want to look into multiplexers. I don't know much about that. Let me see what else. Dog walk tax in Discord. Got to build the number somehow. Let me take a look. After, hold on. I also got a snack. I got a Go-Gurt with plankton on it because I'm a 12-year-old. Also, I got more lemonade. And now here's the weird thing. The pink lemonade goes in pink. It comes out normal lemonade color. Do with that as you wish. So plankton Go-Gurt. Yeah, we're busting down some plankton Go-Gurt. Let me take a look at what Sander posted. Oh my god. We must look. Dog tax. Sander's walking the dog. Look at it. Cute little doggy. And has a stick. Alright. Back here. Let's go back to this. And let's slurp up some Go-Gurt. Mmm. Cotton candy flavored Go-Gurt. You see, the beauty of a Go-Gurt is that it is a snack with no effort involved. You just swallow the liquid and that's it. It's kind of like drinking lemonade, except it's yogurt, you know? Mm. The only problem is that they're very small. They need to be like triple the size of this, and then it'd be much better, you know? Mm. This stream has gone from lemonade to Go-Gurt, I guess. If anyone here has actually drank Go-Gurt or had Go-Gurt, I assume most people have. I don't think I thought about this when I was younger. I used to see these, but now that I'm older, as you're like squeezing it up, I constantly feel like my fingers are gonna slip. I'm just gonna punch myself in the face. So yeah, like right there almost. Very good Go-Gurt. Okay, it's just $12 a gallon though. I don't know. It was like $6 for a box. Something like that. All right, let's take this. Let's make sure that I got the sizing of this correct. Did I get the sizing correct? I did. Let's go. So that just sits in there. Ash, have you done that? I know it's gonna happen because I have a bunch of them up there. I know I'm gonna end up punching myself in the face, and I'm gonna be like, "Ow, that hurt." That's so good. Pink lemonade. Oh, delicious. All right, let's start with my rows. Let me open up a new thing of wire. I need red for this. Oop. All right, let's put a piece here. Now I need to actually reference my thing. Oh, I load this up and it's just Chick-fil-A lemonade again. Jeez. I need to reference my hiddens on here. So we have GP26. What AWG is that? This is a 30 gauge silicone wire. I need the pin out. Are we still on manual focus? Let me put on manual focus just to lock this in. RP2040 Pro Micro pin out. There we go. This is what I need, and we need to start the right side, right? Okay. GP26. Yes, a 5 on the right side. Put you in here more. Put you guys right on in. So I'm going to do this inside of here. Up. So I did just update this to RP2040, so my firmware should work. I save all the pinouts for every device I own to a folder on my NAS. That's smart, because I always have to search for like a few minutes to find mine. Maybe I should just sit down one weekend and memorize them. I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, it probably is possible, but... Alright. Something like that. Oh, this song is... What is going on here? Yeah, I already like this song. Oh, yeah. This is going hard. Let's go. Ooh. Sometimes sometimes a song just comes on and you're just like, oh my god, it's slapping. And this one is doing that, as a matter of fact. It's slapping. You guys hear this song like I'm hearing it right now? I mean, it's probably a lot quieter for y'all. Oh no, don't tell me I just burnt. I'm gonna have to reprint this. That is not something I would send to a client with that big old thing in there, so I'm gonna have to reprint this. I can at least get it wired for now, but I am gonna have to, and I'm gonna just do this so I remember to reprint it. There we go. Alright, we will have to reprint this case, not a big deal. I can at least get this wired, and we could probably type on it a little bit, but just kind of a note to self. That is literally the first time I've done that. Rat Insurgency 6-7. Get out of here. Is that actually you though, Carson? Is it actually you? Why are you in Florida right now? That's the first time I burnt a case, actually. Like, literally the first time I've ever done that. Which is a little bit disappointing because now I have to reprint it and stuff. But, it happens. Not a big deal. Pop that on. So there may not be a typing test on this. There might not be on this video, depending on how I get it. Just because I'd rather just assemble the whole thing. But there will be a typing test on, like, my TikTok and stuff like that. Because that is where I've been uploading those recently. I mean, there'll probably be a short on it, too. I'll probably just do a short. Bit unrelated, but are you planning to do an integrated NRF chip on PCB instead of Nice Nano? I remember you mentioned it quite some time ago. Probably not. Probably not anytime soon. Definitely not anytime soon. Maybe one day, but I typically just stick with Nice Nanos. Just easier to kind of deal with. You see it as a burnt case, I see it as a new box to put stuff in. Yeah, I mean, sure. I have used these for like a catch-all tray. That is true, actually. And it's not a waste. That is factual. NRF chips honestly annoy me. I do not like the architecture. I mean, honestly, I show on some real stuff there. Like, a big reason I don't do more wireless builds, it isn't only because that the parts are expensive for them. It's also that I just don't like wireless as much. It's just not, like, with wired, it just works. You plug your thing in and it works. With wireless, it doesn't. You run into issues with it. It's a pain in the ass. So, like, yeah, I can feel that. Like, just wireless sometimes is just annoying. Wouldn't ESP32 be more interesting? They have Bluetooth and some come with onboard battery managers. I mean, I don't think ESP32 is supported by any of the firmware, so that's the reason why. Like, yeah, you can do basically anything you want with these controllers if you code it yourself, but most of us just heavily rely on the pre-existing firmware because it's just easier to do that. But yeah, I can't believe I burnt this case. I mean, that I did it, made it worse here on purpose. That way I make sure that I don't, like, just come down here forgetfully and assemble it. Not that I don't think that would happen, but I just want to make sure it's worth reprinting now, you know, by doing that. It's not just that little tiny nick there. It's, I want to make sure it's good. Yeah, mouse wireless, but keyboard definitely yeah, that's what I do, is that I use a wireless mouse on pretty much everything. Gaming, my gaming mouse, I use G502 Lightspeed. I use the MX Master 3 for my computers. And then my keyboards are pretty much always wired. It just works better. So keep on being a positive force and vibe in the keyboard community, Joe. Well, thank you, Ziak. I think that's how you say your name. Ziak. Ziak. I kind of like that name, actually. Ziak. That's kind of fun to say. Ziak. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. So. Okay, I come from the build your own firmware camp, so I never consider that side. Yeah. Really what I do and a lot of others do is we just leverage the pre-existing firmware. Let the people that are really good at handling that handle that, and then we just make the hardware around it. I still haven't dabbled with hand wiring, but I have dowels and stuff on my inventory. Yeah, no, just get started. Just dive in and you'll see. It's so fun. Like, it's so fun. I mean, I guess I can rant a little bit right now. Not really rant, but I'm sure some of you saw my, like, sustainable video right now on my channel. A big thing that I got sucked into in the past, like, year or so is, like, the sponsored videos and stuff, which I've done a lot of videos on PCBs and, like, keyboard reviews, but really what I like doing is hand wiring. I like doing hand wiring because it's just fun. It's just fun building an actual keyboard completely from scratch. Like, even when I build a PCB, I don't feel like I built that keyboard. Like, yeah, I designed it, you know, I did all that, but it doesn't feel the same as doing this right here. Like, I'm literally wiring the keyboard myself. I understand fully what everything is doing on this board. I built this from scratch. Like, that's what's so cool about hand wiring. And you could crank out designs like crazy. You know, when I first started this, I was cranking them out like crazy. And yeah, that's kind of where I've fallen back recently, is I wanna get back into more builds like this because I just enjoy them. I enjoy doing these live streams, just hanging out with you guys, talking about building keyboards, just hanging out, building something for fun. All right, do that. Off. Oh, did I not even solder this? What am I doing? Solder this one on here. Fabrication is more fun than putting parts together. Exactly. 100%. Like, there's an argument for all of that too. Like, you know, there are people that just like putting stuff together. You know, there's people that are really busy out there too, and maybe they want to build keyboards, but they don't have time to do what we do with the hand wiring. And that's fair. You know, I mean, I'm not going to knock anyone for wanting to do that, but I personally like doing as much as I can on stuff. Like, when I was a programmer, it used to be bad because I would dive so deep into how stuff worked that I would actually not get shit done. Like, not get projects done because I'd be diving so deep into how, like, frameworks and stuff work on a deeper level. And that was a problem. That was a big problem when I was a programmer. Part of why I don't program anymore is that I just can't stand it. But yeah, that was kind of a thing, is that I like understanding how the things that I make work. And that's what's so cool about hand wiring, is that, like, this is entirely my work here, you know? What else? That's probably also why the 74XX138N is not used. If you pre-build builders with firmware, it doesn't make that much sense. I've seen people use that. Like, I know people have used that on my server. I think people have used it, but I've even looked into it because that's the chip that gives you more GPIO, right? Like, it's not a multiplexer. Is that what it's called? But yeah, it gives you more pins, which can be useful. It can definitely be useful. I know you said you like hand wiring, but as someone who isn't huge into keyboards, do you think designing a keyboard PCB is a good way to get into PCBs? I wanted to order PCBs, but haven't yet. Absolutely. No, absolutely. My video on my channel that I have for designing PCBs, it doesn't only teach you the fundamentals of, like, keyboard design. It teaches you the fundamentals of KiCad, or KeyCad, depending on how you say it. So you'll have a very quick understanding of kind of the whole workflow and process for that. And then, I mean, you, of course, have to get deeper into it because there is a lot of electrical engineering stuff to it if you're going to go and branch out from that. But in terms of, like, just learning how to make PCBs, a keyboard is an excellent starting point. Like a fantastic starting point because you touch just enough that you're going to have to learn the tool, but not too much that you're going to get overwhelmed. So I would highly recommend that to kind of get started, is look into building keyboards and then branch out from there. Hey, Joe is live. I am live. I've been live for a while. Welcome. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party. Someone fill them in on the lemonade situation. Astrum, if you need so many pins, you usually switch to a different controller form factor. Yeah, that's typically what I do, is that instead of adding another component, I'll just switch to a different form factor and call it a day. But sometimes you want to use a little controller. But that's the thing. Like, this controller here... God, this is, like, really welded in here. Like, this controller here, I think it has, like, 28 GPIO, which is enough for a full-size board. Like, it has so many on it that it's going to be very rare you're going to need more than that. So that's just kind of a note, too, is that you don't always need a multiplexer or something. You could probably get away with just a typical board. Why is this music slapping so hard today? Oh my god, it's just slapping. Have you been flying FPV at all lately? I remember asking about your ethics tools about a year ago at live. I haven't recently. I flew a few months ago. I don't know, I just haven't really had time to fly. I just kind of haven't had the motivation to fly either. Like, I got really deep into it 4 years ago, flew for like a year or two, and then kind of just fell out. I don't know. Which, now that you mention it, actually, I kind of want to go fly today. Hey, Jordan, I know you're watching upstairs right now. Want to go fly my drone later? You'll text me in a second. But maybe I'll go fly thanks to your comment. You might have just forced me to go fly today, because I kind of feel like it now. Going to rip the drone around, so thank you. Let's grab this. I've always wanted to make like my own MCU dev board or something. What am I reading? She texted me. She wants to go get gyros also, so I think we have a plan, me and Jordan, later. I've always wanted to make like my own MCU dev board or something cool like that, but I'm in the same hole. What do I do? What do I use the dev board for? I can't speak. I mean, I thought about making my own dev boards before also, but like, it's just kind of, I like to leverage what already exists, you know? Try not to reinvent the wheel. That's a rabbit hole you can kind of get down. For my keyboard, I'm running out of pins on the ESP32, so I want the keyboard to be the mouse host, so it has the ESP32. Interesting. I don't know, how are you running out of pins on that? How many keys do you have? How many keys? Oh, wait, I have to actually look. Where do I start on this? GP10. Oh, wow, I start all the way up here? Holy shit. I go GP10 all the way down to GP9. So I go straight down? Yeah, I go straight down this side. So what is that? 10. Take a look here. GP10 01. Doing this right too, let me make sure. Yeah, it's right there. GP10 01 goes right here. Zero, 1, and then we skip 2, and then we go straight down. So 1, 2, 4 for the columns. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, perfect. Again, very close to having this done, minus where I singed the hell out of it, so I have to reprint it, and then it's not a big deal, but it's just annoys me because now I just basically put this in a case and I have to reprint it and assemble it later, but it's not a big deal. Ah, lemonade. 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 No. There we go. 6, 7. Right. Can I just clip that? No, we're good. Okay. Joe Scotto, official supporter of Lemonade Mouth. It's a show on Netflix, right? So. No, Jordan, you don't have to start charging my batteries. I don't want you to burn the house down with those. There's a very specific way I have to charge those. I don't know if I actually want to go fly good either. I'm just kind of debating it. Thinking about it. But gyros do sound good. Gyros do sound straight muscle. It's a Disney movie, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Jordan texted me and said it is, so yes, it is. Late to the party, but no ventilation. Gotta love those fumes. Actually, I do. I have a massive here. This is a giant HEPA filter, and all the fumes just go into that thing, so it hits this filter, then gets filtered out. So I do have fume extraction. I'm not just sitting down here huffing them. It's a HEPA and charcoal filter, so it kind of handles everything. Midnight Addy. Hi, I'm new to your channel. Do you have a video on how to make cases? Do you make it in 2 pieces, or do you just have a massive printer? So 2 things on that. I do have an older video on there that does kind of go over it briefly. I also run workshops, so kind of selling you on it here a little. I have a workshop coming up soon that is going to be on case design. So it's kind of a live workshop over Discord where I'm going to talk about that, which might interest you. Otherwise, I have that video on my channel that kind of goes over the basics of case design, which should get you started. Oh, nice. I'll search the Discord because it needs to be similar. I can link you the exact one I have. It's kind of expensive, but it works very good. I mean, it's a whole room, like air filter, like it's an air purifier, but it's very big, so it kind of sucks up everything good. So you like see, like if I actually start doing this here, you kind of see the fumes start going off to the side there. They go right to it. It just gets pulled in, and I don't have to have it like right next to me. It's really nice. Get out of here, Sander. You're in your love for fumes. It's good. I'm gonna cut this one a little bit too short. Now we're good. We're good. You guys see what I'm doing here? Let me go down this way a little bit more. Give you a little bit of shaky cam, make everyone sick really quick. Make you all nauseous from that. Or are you losing weight? No. Been like 160. I'm telling you guys how much I weigh. I've been like 160 pounds for literally the past like 10 years. Like I shit you not. I have not gained weight. I have not lost weight. I have not moved. It has not moved. How much is the workshop? It's still to be determined. It's probably going to be like 75 to 100 for that one though. It's going to be like 1 session. That's what I'm aiming for. And I'm going to go over quite a bit. And I'm going to go over the typical tray mount design. And then I'm going to also go over a stack design. And also how to kind of design your board, where I'd recommend to kind of do that. So it's going to go over some stuff. That's going to be in the 75 to 100 range for probably around 15 people. So good. So I got a question. Which is better, a pre-built core and one from AliExpress, or a custom-built one? It's my first core, so I don't know what to prefer. The pre-built one is a little cheap compared to the other. I mean, you could build it. I would recommend building it. But if you just want a pre-built core just to mess with the cord, go ahead and pick up a pre-built. It's not a big deal. That's an open source board, so you can just kind of grab it from anywhere and play around with it. The cord's actually my favorite split board. That's what I started with. One of my first split boards was a cord. I really like that board, so I would definitely recommend it. I like how short that one wire is. It's fine. I mean, it won't matter once I close this up. Can you even make a video to help others learn? No problem. Glad you like them. Yeah, what Out Dark say is actually a really good point. Is you could go with a handwire version. You could go with a handwire version. You could go with a PCB and printer case. There's a lot of options with them. I mean, it's a very well-supported board. You could definitely find stuff for them. You guys see, I'm blocking what I'm doing here. Show you guys. Let me punch this out a little bit so you can see a little better. That might be a little better. If you're a degenerate, you're good at being able to softly blow the fumes away as you solder. No fume extraction needed. Listen, we have all been there, okay? I often use the same. The reason I started with the TS-101 actually was for my FPV stuff, my FPV drones, because it's a portable iron. And when you're out in the field soldering, everyone knows when you solder stuff, it has a tendency to come right back towards your face when you solder. So you'll see me out there. I'll be soldering on a drone, and I'm like right up on it, and I'm just there doing like, just kind of like gently blowing the fumes away to not slam in my face. So yeah, that's definitely a technique if you are soldering, where you just kind of try to blow the fumes away and hope for the best. It's definitely a technique. But yeah, let me pull this up again really quick. Jordan keeps texting me pictures of my dog because he's just chilling. He's just straight chilling there. He's just on the bed, just being a dog. But yeah. I'm surprised he hasn't had to take a dump yet, because he just ate lunch like an hour ago. Normally after he eats, he's like, oh god, I gotta go. Nope, I guess not. I need more blue wire. This music is just a vibe. My god, she's sending me another picture of him. You guys gotta see this. Hold on. Let's flip this off. Look at him. Look at him. He's just chilling. He's such a dog. Such a dog. I love my dog. I love my dog most of the time, except when I first get home, being out for a while, and he tries to kill me. Not like a mean way, but he just doesn't realize he's like 85 pounds and giant. He like jumps on you and claws at you. He's a boxer, so you'll never like train him to not swipe you. So he gets home, or I get home, and just tries to kill me, basically. That's why I'll often have like scratches on my arms and legs and stuff. Why can you mention dump and now he's gotta go? No, she said that he laid down on the floor, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if I mentioned he has to poop, and the next thing you know, he's like, hey, you know what? I gotta go. It's kind of how having a dog be, you know? The love murder? Yeah, essentially. That's essentially what it is. He's so excited to see you that he wants to kill you. Oh. We had two boxers, and one still had her tail. That thing was lethal. Bruises all over. Yeah, I can see that. He doesn't have a tail. But yeah, my parents told me about dogs. They had tails. They used to swing them against the wall so much that they'd like break open and bleed. So at times I'm glad he doesn't have a tail. Because I could definitely see him being a dumbass and doing that. He would smack his tail into the wall until it bleeds everywhere. I could see him doing that. He doesn't realize how big and goofy he is, you know? Or how strong he is either. When he knocks your ass over, like, he will take you out. Guess he's not a husky. Really makes one wonder life choices. I would love a husky. I really want a yellow lab one day. Either a yellow lab or like a gray pit bull. I'd really like a gray pit bull. But the only thing with boxers is that they're not very like, they're not good at really running and stuff. They overheat really easy because they're brachiocardic or brachiocephalic or whatever type of breed, so they can't really like run and stuff beyond the heat. He overheats really easily. But it's not like I'm pretending like I'm an active person or something, you know? Not an active person, but it'd be nice to be able to bring my dog out for a walk and him not basically die. They're very, very lazy big dogs with bursts of energy, essentially. That's what I would say for a boxer. They're great dogs, though, honestly. They really are. Astrum, Huskies are just like you. They don't like fetching things. They scream a lot and they have an attitude. Fair enough. Honestly, fair enough. They're like me, for real, for real. I like my sister's dog, a Pomeranian Husky. Small little potato, has an attitude. He doesn't talk and yell like a husky, but has physical features like one of them, being the size of a gallon of milk. I don't think I would ever have a small dog again, though, honestly. I like bigger dogs. Like, my last dog was a Boston Terrier, like, Bulldog mix. She was awesome, but she was really, really small. Well, not really small. Like, she wasn't small. She was actually big for a Boston Terrier. I don't know. Having a big dog is just different than having a small dog. I think it's just kind of different as well. Like, a big dog's a dog, a small dog's a dog, if that makes sense. That maybe makes sense to someone. Like, big dog cool, or small dog cool, but big dog cooler. This wire's gonna be kind of a little bit short, but we'll see what we can do. I don't want to waste wire, so I'm trying to use this one. See if I can get it. There we go. Structure underneath. No. Perfect. Yeah, that's fair, Flykin. Big dogs are definitely a different breed than small dogs, is that they are more to handle. That is for sure. Especially with some of the other breeds that have a lot more energy. Like Angus has a ton of energy, but some bigger dogs have insane amounts of energy. And they don't realize how big they are. My dog thinks he's a lap dog. Like, he'll go to sit on you, and then you're like, you're literally crushing me right now. And you're just like, ouch. And he doesn't care. He's just like, I'm just gonna sit here. So this is the perfect spot to sit right now. Perfect. Look at that. That is a perfect wire length right there. Let's go. All right. We got 4 more wires here, and then we can begin kind of assembling it. Well, not assembling. I can flash the firmware and kind of take a look and make sure that's all functional. Because I did redo the firmware. I converted this one to RP2040 recently, so I want to make sure everything works on that and not have to mess with stuff. And then I got to do the firmware for this particular build, because I am doing stuff for this person because they have tremors, and I'm going to do like a lot of lock stuff on it. So that's going to be kind of a neat feature of this board, is that it's going to have locking modifiers and auto shift, which is going to be cool. Kind of using auto shift for the first time. Which, for those of you who don't know what auto shift is, it's where you hold like a letter and it will go capital automatically without having to enable a shift or a caps lock. So that should help them out. Oh, great. 3 more. Jasp makes. What do you do with all your keyboards after you're done? Do you send them to friends? I feel like I have too many of them sitting around. No, I just have them all in my room. I'll do it. I'm actually going to do a short on that. I've been wanting to do this, just a stupid short where I just quickly show. I don't have enough room for them. They're kind of stacked on top of one another. I thought about the idea of kind of toyed with is selling them as like one-of-ones to kind of support the project a little bit more. Shameless plug, Patreon, but basically I did think about that. But the reason I don't want to do that is I like to keep them because I do like a yearly like recap of all my boards and kind of take a picture with all of them. But I am running out of space. I have like probably 50 keyboards in my room. I'm going to record a short though and I'll post it. I will definitely do that. I'll post a short probably this week showing all the keyboards in my room because I have a shit ton of them. Like literally, I think there's 50. I think there is actually 50 of them. I could count them maybe and see how many exactly, but there's a lot. Spider's going. That needs to go down. That looks pretty okay. Do you think it's a good idea to take apart my current pre-built and try to recreate it? I might join one of your workshops if you have them in the future. I mean, you can take apart a pre-built. I mean, I have recycled keyboards, like older PCB boards. You can definitely do that to kind of get the parts you want. I will mention, since we have people in here right now, try not to advertise too much, but it's kind of what you got to do. I do have a workshop going on right now down below the Scotto Academy where we are building a Handwire keyboard. So if you have been kind of wondering about that, that is an option. Kind of going to walk people through it. So if anyone is interested in kind of following along and building a keyboard with me, that's something I am running right now. So if you're kind of on the fence about that, that's something that I am kind of setting up. Details down below. But no, like getting back to the question of that, it is a very common thing to kind of recycle builds you had before. Specifically, I have ripped keyboards out of pre-builds, or keyboards. I have ripped switches out of pre-builds before also. A lot of my earlier builds were that. So I kind of did rip apart builds to get the parts that I need. Like it makes sense to salvage the switches. It doesn't make sense to salvage the diodes. That's what I'll say on that. Is that if you are really desperate for the diodes, yeah, you could. But salvaging the switches is the biggest reason to kind of tear one apart and take them. Back to my question earlier, do you have a sort of list of everything I need to build a keyboard? I want to design the PCB either buy or design the MCU, then mount them separately. If you look at basically any of my like blog posts, you should get an idea of what you need. I don't have like a dedicated list. Are there any good resources out there for doing the wire totally out of like 14 gauge wire? I think you're referring to like the bent wire one. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that yet, but it is something you can do. But that's outside of what I've done. It's kind of, that's more on the level of like artwork and like being more tedious with wire bending, I would say. Any recommendations on a keyboard I should try as I have rotational deformities on multiple fingers? Not off the top of my head. If you want to message me or send me an email, we can maybe discuss that. There's something that we could talk about. Maybe get more details on that and then kind of in private we could discuss. Because there are things you can do depending on what you have, you know, in terms of customizing keyboards for different disabilities and deformities and stuff. Like I mentioned it a few times here, I don't know if that's why you're asking that too. This keyboard is for someone with tremors, so the benefits of this board isn't so much the layout, it's the features that I'm going to implement in the firmware. Is that it's going to have modifier locks and it's going to have auto shift, things like that that will make it easier for tremors, because they can't sit on the keyboard like that. They type with one finger, but they'll be able to like hold keys to kind of get capitals or get shifted keys or lock their modifiers. So like they want to do Control A, they can lock Control then press A. So it's going to have things like that that are kind of some firmware features that make it a little bit easier for them to use it. But there's a lot of stuff you can do in terms of keyboards for different disabilities and deformities and stuff like that. We're almost there. one more after this. Why did I do this? Why did I bend it? Oh, it's going right to my face this time. Sometimes it does that. The solder still goes straight to my face, even though I have the thing filtering it. Sometimes it just wants to torture me, you know? Right. What do you think of acrylic casing instead of 3D printed cases? Also, why don't you reuse your controllers like having sockets and such? So on my PCBs, I use sockets. And I use the sockets because, not to reuse controllers, but I use them if I ever damage a controller to replace it. But on Handwire builds, it's not easy to replace them, and controllers are cheap, so I don't really find it a big deal, like just using a new one for each build. So yeah, also, acrylic cases. I've messed around with CNC acrylic, like stacked acrylic. But I just don't really do it too much. I'd like try to keep the stuff 3D printing because it's easy to kind of provide to the community in terms of the files. And it's also just quicker than dealing with CNC. Like, I mean, you can see behind me, I have 2 CNCs right over there. I really have 3. I have another one off to the side. But, yeah, I don't know. I just like the 3D printed stuff because it's kind of quicker to work on. Well, I can. But as far as the Hunt and Peck, he has a hard time with shifted keys like capitals. Yeah, I mean, that would be a very good kind of feature of QMK to use the auto shift. Auto shift is a feature where you can hold on a key and it'll be auto shifted. So you don't need to like enable, or like a shift lock. That's a thing also. There are shift locks. A bunch of features you can implement to kind of solve problems, you know? So, that is officially enough solder. All right, this is all assembled. So what I can do, I can flash the firmware and hope for the best here. See if it functions, because I should have gotten the firmware right. Let's see. Lots more people have 3D printers and CNC or laser from Astrum. Yeah, that too. Most people, I mean, I wouldn't say most people, but most people in hobbies now have a 3D printer. Not many people have lasers or CNCs. What do you have your iron plugged into? 29 volts seems very odd. So, I did a video on this. I have a video on my channel of all the stuff I recommend. I have it plugged into, let me turn this on, let me punch this out. This is a really cool battery bank. You don't need this, but this is a massive, I don't know if it's actually 48,000 mAh. I don't think it is. But this port will do 29 volt USB PD 3.2, I believe, which gives you 29 volts. These will only do 21 volt. So this gives you faster heat up time on it by getting that 29 volts out of that port, which is really cool. It's a 140 watt port, so it kind of gives you that super fast heat up. But yeah, I powered off that. This thing lasts me forever on a single charge, but I love that thing, and it allows it to be portable. You just said ma as ma. Ma. All right, Astrum, am I going to have to hit you with the ban hammer? All right, am I going to have to? Am I going to have to ban you for insulting my ma? Ma. Let's flash this firmware on this. Milliamp hour. Yeah, all right. You know what? No. I'm going to keep saying it, ma. I like saying it, ma. Let me grab my firmware. What do you guys think? Do you think my firmware is going to work? You think it's going to just work? Is it going to just work, or am I going to have to debug later? Thanks. I refuse to say bye. You're yeah. Right. We're flashed. And look at that. The firmware is function. He's a body. Get out of here. Get out. All right, firmware works. This should be. Yeah, everything's working. Cool. All right, let me read some chat for a second. How would you best implement transparent key? I have a Sperta E6 e-ink display for my keyword today. I'm going to have that one behind the actual keys. I have no idea. I know there's ways to do it with like screens and capacitive touch, but that's about all I know on that. At least it's not like what I heard before, milliamp ears and not milliamperes. I guess, yeah. Maybe the mAh thing comes from the drones, because a lot of us in the drone thing are just like, yeah, that's a 1550 mAh. I don't know. That's just how I always said it with like batteries. I've always said mAh. MAh. But now the more I say it, it's kind of mAh. Ah. Will it be possible to make a handwire keyboard with mouse switches? Yeah, I mean, you could. You just have to customize the keycaps for it. You have to make your own. I heard someone pronounce LED as lead the other day, and that's much worse than the sheep sounds ma. I mean, I've pronounced it lead before also, so you know. It is. Perhaps silly question. Is there an advantage of handwired versus PCB for a custom keyboard other than the wait time for manufacturing? Yes, you can do stuff that you can't do with PCBs. Like think like those weird curved boards and stuff. It's a lot easier to do that. So that's a big practical sense. But also speed and cost. Those are kind of the big things. But yeah, we have the board here. What I'm gonna do, in theory, I could type on it like this. I could. I don't want to though. What I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna have a short on typing on this because I did. For those who don't know why I'm not actually assembling it here, I burnt the case and then I burnt it more just to remind myself to reprint it. That was the only burn I got on it, but yeah, I can't send that to someone looking like that, so I need to reprint this case because yeah, we'll do that so it's proper, that I can kind of solder it together. So I'm probably not going to type on it today. These are just O2 more reds. They're not really anything special. They're just a very standard switch I do for builds for people unless they want something specific. But yeah, we got a 3U spacebar. These are the keycaps I'm going to use. Just going to show you guys. They're just my flat keycaps, which kind of look cool. Yeah, they're just kind of like that. I'm going to put them on. It'll look kind of nice. But I have to reprint that case before I can kind of finish this one up, so I'm not going to unfortunately be able to finish it today. But we can hang out for a minute right now. We can switch out to this. My camera is at a weird kind of angle. Is it? Or am I just sitting down? There we go. Do you do any major acoustic change here? I can actually do this since we're in this mode, but not this one. I want to focus on you. There. Do you do any major acoustic changes with infill and material use? I used to print my cases at 100% infill. I don't do that anymore. I just kind of print them out they are, but I have filled keyboards with like polyfill, so like pillow stuffing before. Let me just pop these up. Is that Comic Sans? It is. That's what I use on these, is Comic Sans. Because, yes, it always gets people to say that, so a little clickbait. It does call people out and they comment on it. But it does print really well too because of kind of the rounded edges. Yeah, you can use a rounded font, but that's what I do. What else? What else we got in here? We're going for like 2 hours, so I'm probably gonna end this one in a minute. But yeah, we kind of put this together today, which is kind of fun, and then I can assemble it later. Jordan sending me, oh look, we got another dog picture. Let's take another picture of the dog. She keeps sending me pictures of my dog hanging out upstairs. Look at him, look. There I am in the background. There's the boy. There's the boy. Look at him. But yeah. So, what I want to announce right now, I guess the last final things while we have people here. Patreon down below if you want to support me, because the files for this are free. Like, I can actually show you here. If you wanted to download this and build it yourself, literally the files for this keyboard are completely free. What am I looking for? Where am I going? Go here. Let me go here. So the files for this one are completely free. If you want to do that, they're obviously not free for me to build and kind of design. So if you want to support me, consider joining the Patreon. There's like some perks in there. I'm also running an academy right now, so if you want to learn handwiring directly from me, that's down below also. So there's kind of some cool stuff there. But yeah, this is what we built today. We built this, which came out good. Thank you, by Keto, for saying that. The keyboard looks really good. I'm really excited to kind of post it once it's all done. I will post it in the Discord. So Discord down below. Join the Discord. I'll post this one once it's all finished in there and I reprint the case. What else? Any recommendation on a case that's just a case PCB switches? No fuss with plates or layers. Any recommendation on a case that's just case? I'm not exactly sure what you're asking there. I think you're saying like a stacked case. I think so. Rephrase your question, then I can re-answer it. How well do the stems in your 3D printed keycaps hold up? Do they ever crack? They don't if you have your printer tuned. If you have a shitty printer or a shitty tune, they can. But what I actually do on these, if I can kind of, I don't know if you guys can see or not. You might be able to see in there, there's kind of a little taper on them also that helps kind of give it a little bit more strength. So that's kind of a note on there I'll mention. But if you have a good printer, you're not going to really run into issues. Do you make that lever thingy for the space, or do you buy that? This is a stabilizer, so this here is just a stabilizer, but this is a 3-unit stabilizer, so I had to make a custom one. So that's the only part I had to make custom on this because it is a little bit wider. But this is just from just a normal direct V2 stabilizer. Are they PLA? Yeah, I print everything in PLA. I did mess around with TPU once, but I never actually did anything with it because I want to make like a flexible, squishy keyboard for sound reasons. I might do that still, but yeah, I print pretty much everything in PLA. It's more than adequate for this. You don't need anything fancy. Oh my god, I just enabled the camera to follow me. My bad. Like no top or anything, literally just a case on the bottom, mount PCB to that, screw it in and let it sit, then nothing else, like how your keyboard right there has a black plate. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, so actually what you are asking, Flyken, you're referring to, basically this is how I mounted my Scotto 34. Let me pull this up. So, you can't necessarily do this with MX switches, but chalk switches you can actually do. It doesn't really show it here, but the side profile, this is a PCB and then a case, and then you can just mount the switches directly to the PCB. You can do it with chalk where you don't need a plate. So if that's what you're saying, you can do that with chalk. That's the thing. You can't really do it with MX because they kind of flip around unless you have PCB mount switches, so ones with 5-pin, but I wouldn't recommend that still with MX. I'd only recommend that with chalk. What about PET-G? I haven't done anything with PET-G. I've done it for, I've done some things with it, but nothing like serious, nothing like a keyboard. So yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this in a second here. Why is my camera in that? So following me? No, we're good. So yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream. We got this pretty much done here. Pretty happy with it. Would hot swap MS switches be alright for this? Yeah, you could hot swap too. That's an option. Just make sure you have 5 pins. So just make sure your pins on them, if you look at the thing here, make sure they have the side pins. So these aren't 5-pin, but the 5-pin switches are the ones that have pins on the sides of the switches. So that's what I would recommend. But yeah, anyway, what I'm going to get at is thank you guys for watching. Links down below. Please do check them out. Consider becoming a patron if you want to kind of support these streams. It makes it a little bit easier for you to do these. And I think I'm going to do a live or giveaway live stream eventually. I'm going to do that. Kev should. I'm just going to call you Keyshav, I think. Sorry for disturbing you with lemonade, LO. It was fun. Yeah, well, you know what? She just reminded me. Let me have a little bit more of this. My throat's actually starting to hurt for this. I might have had too much lemonade. You can't have too much lemonade. That's not possible. Sandra, I'm gonna grab a lemonade. I know what you're saying. Okay, I got it. Is there a name for that type of mounting? I don't know. I think it would be just PCB mount. I know that the 5-pin's called PCB mount, whereas the switches with only 3 pins are called plate mount. The stream was a lemonade ad. Yeah, it was basically a lemonade ad. I had a lot of fun with this stream, though. I had a lot of fun just kind of hanging out today. We just kind of chilled and built a keyboard, and I'm looking at something else. So anyone that's here also, go watch the video on my channel on this thing, because this is what I cannot wait to do the build with this. The little Circ trackpad. Oh my god, it's going to be so cool. If you guys have not seen this, go watch that video on my channel because it's awesome. This thing is so cool. And I can't wait to do builds with that. It's going to be so fun. Lemonade colored t-shirt as well, yeah. I got my yellow t-shirt. So we're just vibing, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. I want to start streaming a little bit more on here. I did put that as a perk on my Patreon of like live streams on there, but I'd rather just stream to like bigger communities too. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to like make this more sustainable. That's a video I did recently kind of talking about. Because yeah, it's just kind of a thing. But that's the video which got me into your channel. Oh, so you're new. So I can't even pronounce your name. You're new if you just saw that video. Yeah, I mean, I released that like 3 days ago. It's performing well. The Algro 144. Do you have a Twitch too, or just YouTube? I run YouTube, Instagram, Discord. Those are my 3 platforms I like to be on. And then Patreon. Patreon's the new one I'm kind of trying to push to kind of support a little bit more. It's super cool, but a bit too small for my liking. Yeah, they are very small, but they work out. Like they're not bad. They are small. They are very small, but that's kind of the point. This is the biggest one you can get, actually. This is a 40mm. They come in 16, 23, and 35, I think. But this is the biggest one, which, I mean, honestly, like when you put it in the middle, it's gonna be so cool to have like something like that. I have a whole design kind of planned for it, but I'm not gonna say too much on that. I will say though, if you want to join the Patreon, I'll probably have like behind the scenes stuff on that. You know, I'm gonna keep plugging that. What is your main keyboard right now? Down here, it is the Scotto, what is this one? Scotto Wing. And then upstairs, it is actually this one. So if I go here, I'm running a PCB keyboard, actually, as my main one, because it's my most recent like keyboard build. That's kind of how I work. This is what I'm actually running upstairs, my Scotto 48, which is kind of a fun one. I really like this one, the exposed dials. I have a video on this board too, but This was a very fun keyboard. It has like a CNC plate. It's chalk, so it's low profile. I really like chalk. Like, see how low it is? It's super thin. But this is my main one upstairs I've been running. I'm probably going to swap once I get that trackpad keyboard going, though. It's going to be that one. That's probably the next build I want to do. I also have this one I want to do, which is a weird one. This is a split. But this one wouldn't be a main one. This would just be like a fun keyboard. The ortholinear is killing me. I mean, you get used to it. You just have to kind of work through it. I love ortholinear. Do you think if you take a salvaged laptop trackpad, you could implement it on a keyboard just like the circular one? You take a salvaged laptop. I mean, maybe. It depends. The beauty of the circ, wherever I put it. Where did I put it? Did I put it over here? Did I just lose the circ? What? Hello? Excuse me? Oh, there it is. It's just blending into the case. So yeah, this one here, the beauty of this is that it just works over SPI, so you can just wire this in on QMK. It's just supported. It just kind of works, so you can just pop that on. But also, what someone else is saying, good luck with tap dance on this keyboard. I can't wait to share this with you. I'm not going to say too much on it right now, but we're not doing tap dance. It's not going to be tap dance. It's going to be some other stuff that will make it kind of easy to work with. Wait, you still haven't done that one? Have I lost that video? Which one are you talking about, Sander? I did a video on the trackpad itself, but I haven't done a full build with this yet. So that small key... Oh, this one. Yeah, no, I haven't done this one yet. I still have to. I still have to do this video. The problem with laptop trackpads are they aren't simple protocols like I2C or SPI. There's some weird, like, 5-wire. Yeah. I think they're USB, actually. That might be USB. I think one was USB. Yeah, no, it'd be kind of cool to implement another trackpad. I mean, I'm really excited for this one, though. I'm seriously excited for this trackpad. The thumb caps of that are cool. Yeah, I mean, they're custom, so like custom design on there. And then it also doing a lot of flipping back and forth here, but it also has fuzzy skin. Everything has like fuzzy skin on it, which feels really nice. It looks really good. So I'm really excited for that board. That might be the next video I do. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do next. But yeah, I'm kind of moving. I'm trying to move into a new phase of my channel where I just do more videos for fun, or move back to where it originally started, you know, where I'm just doing videos for fun. Kind of just doing that more. So that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna do that split. I mean, that's the thing too. This is split. It's USB-C. So there's gonna be a USB-C split. I'll probably do a custom cable for it to kind of do it. It's gonna be cool. More lemonade though. Yeah, we're just kind of chilling now. I said I was going to end the stream, but we're just kind of hanging out. I'm going to end it shortly, but yeah. What else? I'll do more videos about lemonade versus Scotto. Yeah. Yeah, let's just go back. Anyone that doesn't realize, we went on a tangent about Chick-fil-A lemonade for quite a while today, and how it is actually more expensive than a Scotto coiler if you bought it on my website. So, you know, kind of like an ad there for a product I sell is more affordable than a big brand like Chick-fil-A lemonade. So glad I was able to catch the stream, man. I missed chilling on stream. It was good to have you back, Astrum. Or well, I guess it was good to be back. I think that's what I'm trying to say. It's good to be back. I want to do more live streams. I really want to try doing at least like 1 or 2 a month. I want to try to. We'll see how that ends up. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, this stream. I enjoyed this one a lot. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it because I am getting hungry. It's like 2:41 in the afternoon. Just got on a Chick-fil-A collab coming soon. I want to do a collaboration with IKEA, actually, which I'm not going to say much on that either, but it is something I do actually want to try to do. Not a sponsored video, like literally a collaboration with IKEA because they have the same colors as my brand. It would be so cool. It would be so cool I got to try that. Yeah, true, you haven't been streaming much, but I still missed a few. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw it, Astrum, the big video I put on my channel. I keep talking about that one, but that's kind of where the state of the channel is. Ricky doing tech. Ricky, you're seeing something on the stream right now that we talked about. You are very late because we're about to end this one soon. It will live as a video and go up so you can watch it. I think this is a fun stream, so if you want to go rewatch it, you'll probably enjoy it. Do live streams on Sundays because restaurants are closed on Sunday. Yeah, I mean, I don't really go to restaurants. I just kind of pick up food. That's what we do a lot. We order on DoorDash and pick it up and eat it. Why is my marker covered in ink? Weird. But yeah, IKEA, Scotto, Ukraine Alliance. Yeah, also my colors are also Ukraine. I wear these too. Which are Scotto keys and Ukraine colors. which is kind of fun. But yeah, this is a fun stream. I really enjoy it. I don't want to get off right now. I kind of want to because I am hungry. I'm gonna have to, but I'm enjoying just chill. I'm enjoying just hanging out right now. This is a very fun stream. This is also here. I can just show you guys. This is from the trackpad originally. This was a little RP2040 controller, but I think I busted it because it wasn't working. It has an RGB LED on it though. Oh, what's this? This is a Whizzed Pi tiny RP2040. Fun little controller. But Jordan's text. Oh my god, you guys gotta see this. Jordan's texting me right now. Because she said gyros because we're both hungry. We haven't eaten anything, but she sent me some pictures of my dog. What the hell is what is up with him? What is he? Look at him. When I first saw that, I thought it was a teensy. Yeah, I thought so too, but it's an RP. Yeah, it's just RP2040 teeny. Look at him. Look at his little face. Look at him. Look at the nose. Yeah, Ricky, the stream will be up later, so you can just watch it. You can watch it later. It'll probably be uploaded. Oh, it'll probably be uploaded after this, but it uploads automatically. Like YouTube has to process it, so you'll be able to watch it. Looks like he just woke up. He was actually going to sleep. So the next picture was him sleeping. What are your thoughts on the RP2040? I think I quite like how it's programmed. No, the RP2040 is what I recommend on everything. Like literally, I have so many of them. So many different types. Like I have a bag. These are all different types of RP2040s. Like I have a ton of these. The one I did the build with. So those little ones there. But I had a client that sent me a bunch of stuff too. So I have a bag of like Picos. All different types of RP2040. It's a beautiful chip. It's a fantastic chip. Yeah, RP2040 is honestly, it's one of the best things, Astron. Like it literally is. It's so good. When I first started doing this, it was a lot of the Atmega 32U4 chips, and they were fine. They're actually pretty good in terms of PCB design for designing like chip on a PCB because they're so well supported, but they have like no storage. So, yeah. Posting a sleepy dog in the Discord as well. Join if you want to see. Let's take a look at this. Oh, look at it. Let me see. Luna. What a great name. Look how cute. Look how cute. What type of dog is it? What type of dog, Sander? What the type of dog? Let's see, what are welcome. Oh yeah, we're getting some people in here. Join. If you guys are not in the Discord, join the Discord. Link below. What am I looking at here? She's a golden retriever, right? How cute. Look at it. I love dogs. I mainly use RP2040. Amazing MCU, and the form factor is so nice to work with. So about that, I love RP2040. I really do. It's really good for like reverse mounting on PCBs and stuff. I can actually probably show you guys. Let me show you this, because this is what I really like about RP2040. Scotto Frog PCB. Right here. So this here, what I do I have a picture in here? Tell me. Yeah, right here. So this right here, just pull this open, a new tab. Why is that so small? Will this be bigger? Okay, it's not bigger. So yeah, you can see, you can kind of reverse mount them on PCBs, which is really nice with the RP2040. Really nice to do that. A-Clock is, will you ever do more weird, unique splits like the Scotto split? I may when using your guidance in the VG kit to use conversation starter. So, I want to do more splits. Let's pull this one up for people that don't know what he's talking about. No, not that. I don't want to pull up the product. I want to pull up the actual blog post. Where's the blog post? Do I not have a blog post on here for it? Yeah, no, I know I did. So yeah, this uses a VGA cable, which is, the reason I did that is that you could pass, so it only has one controller on the left. There's also a video. So there is the video on my channel here, but you can pass the matrix over the cable and only need one controller. I'd like to do something with Ethernet or maybe multiple cables, like say a USB-C. So say like this keyboard here that I was talking about. Do it where it has, say, like 2 or 3 USB-C cables to pass the matrix, so you can only use one controller, which is kind of cool. That could be a really cool thing to do, actually, because you can just use one controller. It kind of keeps it a little bit more economical to build, and arguably a little bit simpler. because you don't have to do the split matrix and all that shit with when you're using one controller. Because for those that don't know, the way a split matrix works is that it basically doubles your rows. So you have like 10 columns, or you have 5 columns but 10 rows, and it's annoying. It's a pain in the ass. Ricky doing tech. You also have edge connections on 0, so you don't have to, so you can have it even lower. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm doing on here actually. Oh no, I'm not on this one. My bad. I do that on a different board I have. My katana does that. So what Ricky's saying, this one here, I should have it on here. In the middle here with the kind of connectors. Do I have a picture of it? Please tell me I have a picture of it. I don't have a picture of it, do I? Do I have it on the blog post? Where's the blog post? Do I not have a blog post link on here? Oh no, I don't anymore. I forgot I got rid of that. When I did my PCBs, I did it, but you can just solder on the edges here, which is really nice. It's called castellated pads, so you can kind of solder them really, really thin, which is awesome. So you can kind of put them right on those edges. Is there a footprint for the library? Yeah, actually, we're just hanging out doing stuff right now. Discard these. This was actually from my PCB workshop. This file here, which I did the reverse mounted of the RB2040, but I do have in here. If this ever wants to open, come on, now we gotta wait. Here we go, soon. Okay, so I have in here, there's a footprint on my Scotto KiCad. Give it a moment. KiCad sucks on Windows compared to Mac. Like, it runs so much better on Mac. Maybe my Mac's a better computer technically than this one, but RP2040 right here. So if you load up this one, this footprint is exactly what you want. The footprint, the RP2040 0 castellated. We are getting firmware live stream. I don't know if we are. I haven't decided yet. I might not. Firmware just is kind of one thing. I like to just slam my head against the wall in my room with music. So, but yeah, this is the one you're looking for, Ricky. This is castellated one because that is exactly what you want. And I think it will show it in here. Yeah, so you can see it kind of goes like that. I don't have my edge cuts and stuff, so it's a mess, but you can just connect to these also. So these are your edge cuts. You could just kind of wire in the rest of your stuff to that. So that's it. But yeah, I am going to end the stream here because I am getting very hungry. I think Jordan is also hungry upstairs, so she wants to go get food. It's also like 3 on a Sunday, so I want to go hang out. I really enjoyed this one. This was a lot of fun, guys. I'm going to try doing these a little bit more. I will mention again, join the Patreon if you want to support me. It does really help me out because I'm trying to rely less on sponsors. So please do consider that if you do like what I do. I think I kind of laid down some good tiers on that too that people will like. But other than that, thank you guys for hanging out. Join the Discord if you're not in there. Jordan's texting me right now, just gyros if you see that, just because we're hungry. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See you later, Astro. It was a very fun stream. Have a nice meal. I'll probably post a picture of the food. Because food picture. I'll post a picture of this when it's done too. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna take off because I am starving, and I will see y'all next time. Did I just y'all? I just y'all. All right, I'll see you.